Prayer. It's the act of talking with God. We have lots of conversations with people every day, but prayer is a conversation with our Creator. It can be difficult and feel one-sided. Sometimes we wonder if our prayers are being heard, or if they have any effect. At Wycliffe, we believe prayer is absolutely essential, having a tangible impact on Bible translation. Here are a couple of examples. Sam was 5 years old when he and his family began praying for people who speak the Rapa Nui language of Easter Island. The Rapa Nui didn't have a Bible in their language, and at that time, translators hadn't come to help. Sam decided to pray, asking God to send a translation team. One day, Sam's family got a letter from their friend on staff with Wycliffe. He told them someone had just been assigned to work on the Rapa Nui language of Easter Island. This surprised Sam's family, because they had not told him about Sam's prayers for them. Sam later got a letter from the translation team on Easter Island. They said their interest in Easter Island had started at the time he began praying. Sometimes we see God answer prayers quickly, but other times, tangible results come much later. In November 1983, David and Ray began praying that the Juni people of Sudan, a community with over 40,000 people, would receive the Bible in their own language. In May 1986, Jerry and Jan started praying, and in March 1990, Jane and Margie did too. Time passed. Finally, in August 1990, there was some exciting news. It turns out that the same month David and Ray started to pray, a young Juni man became a Christian. In May 1986, this man was accepted into a program for theological studies, the same time Jerry and Jan began to pray. He later applied to study linguistics and translation so that he could translate God's Word for his people. And in March 1990, the year Jane and Margie began to pray, he was accepted as a Bible translation student. Today, over 30 years after people started praying for the Juni by name, a completed New Testament is in their language. Our prayers really do matter, whether results take a long time or happen right away. Whether we hear about how God answers our prayers or not, they can impact thousands of people who are still in need of God's Word in their language today. Prayer is a conversation that matters, far more than we could ever imagine. Let's start that conversation together.